tip line, and he goes out for that new undisturbed water as he kicks back. Lots of combinations you can use in breaststroke. Here we're using a 2 right foot, 2 left foot, and then 2 both feet. What we're trying to do here is just have them kind of athletically and instinctively get out there and feel new angles, new pitches, and different speeds to use the breaststroke kick, all at the same time keeping the knee stable and working on pitching out as they try to generate some lift forces with the bottom of their feet. The egg beater kick is great for foot speed, and ultimately in connecting a powerful kick, you want to get to where that powerful kick is very quick. This kick can help you to develop that foot speed that you're trying to get. The next drill is going to be vertical breaststroke kicking, working on the knees being close to the wall and kicking breaststroke so that the knee, if the knees were drawn forward, the knees would hit the wall, and of course that would remind them to keep them going back. So keeping the body flat near the wall and kicking breaststroke vertically can help with instructions on that front. On this tape, we're going to discuss breaststroke. We're going to get a lot of help from Lois Wander, one of our excellent seniors in our program. She, for 4 years, has been one of the fastest breaststrokers in the United States. Also, one of the best swimmers at maintaining an awesome body position when she swims. So, thank you, Laura.
Thank
The
you.
pull in breaststroke isn't actually a pull. You don't get a lot of propulsion out of the motion of the arms in breaststroke. Really, it's more important that you have the proper timing. The most common mistake in breaststroke is the old 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and what I mean by that is those who get stuck under their chin, allowing their knees to drop at that point. You know, at this point in breaststroke, when you're in here and your knees are about to kick, there is no propulsion provided. Okay, so you need to get through this part of the stroke quickly and get that kick engaged so that the timing can be connected. When it comes to the pull, we're looking for a skull out and a skull in motion with round.
And my next instant is when I go for my in sweep, that my upper body and legs are going to follow a path over that point. Most of your weight is obviously in your core, and you're going to want to balance your core to feel that your legs and arms are just along for the ride and that they are just part of the stroke. The sense that I'm going through when I'm swimming breaststroke is that I want to be as long and have the least amount of drag possible, and I want to be as high on the surface as possible because this is obviously my fastest position in the stroke. Mentally, the image that I'm trying to get is that I want my body to come out and over the water with my hands below it after having a strong hold, and then immediately get into that long line position. So each time I want to replicate that, and our goal is, as fatigue sets in, we want to continue to replicate this as it would look in the beginning of the race compared to the end of the race. A visual that I try and reproduce is an anchoring of the legs and arms, and I'm just moving my body through those anchors. It's almost like if I were to have rings on the water that I would reach out and grab and pull my body through continually. And I want to do that at the least drag efficiency. I want to pull my body through the water and use the central part of my body as a strong aspect. Breathing has to be thought about, otherwise it becomes forced. You won't take your breath until you really realize you need it, and by that time you've gone into oxygen debt, and it's probably too late. The important thing I think with breathing is that you don't create your breathing pattern with your head. You have an opportunity to breathe every stroke, and that can't be created by moving your head back and forth to get it out of the water. You have to maintain the back of the neck, the back, and the knee line. You have to maintain that straight line. So when I think of breathing, I'm going to be coming out over the water. You know, I'm not going to be looking forward. I'm going to be looking over my hands and getting that breath right as I come out of the water, and then returning back to that long line position that we're talking about. So there's no head movement bobbing up and down to get air, because again, that's going to cause my hips to sink behind it. For every action, there's a reaction. If I lift my head, my hips are going to sink and we're getting back to that plow position. So ideally, we're keeping that line together that we're always looking for. I like to repeat to myself, kick your hands forward. That gives me a sense of not lifting too high out of the water and plowing, but allowing my kick to push me over top of that anchoring position and return to that long line position. So that's what I'm really trying to think about when I'm swimming, is get over my hands with my kick and continue to do that in a full range of motion, start to finish in a race.